I want to talk about the new filters I ordered. Um, Hope I pronounced this right. It's one of these. They call that Mewmore or Meowmore. I don't know if that's a cat brand. The brand's on the other side actually. I'll show you. But I installed these. That's how you spell that. Okay, looks like Meowmore. I don't know. But I kind of researched this. I had to upgrade my my well system. So I live on a property here that's got well. I bought two of those. I want to call them Mewmores, and then I bought another one of these. Those are Aquasure filters. So I already had one, and then the water softener when we had the house built came out here prior, and I plumbed it in, and so. But there's a lot of sand out here. I live in Florida, so there's a lot of sand out here. So I've been here a couple of years. Now the water softener has made a lot of difference, and I had been using the pleated. Before this system, I was using the pleated filters. I had tried a really fine filters, and they were clogging up every day. That's how much sand it gets in here. So then I went to the pleated filters, and believe it or not, I just changed this out 2 days ago. I was plumbing it all in, and I temporarily had one of those support brackets up with a couple of screws, and I was, getting everything plumbed in because didn't want to cut off the water supply until I was prepped up. And I did have a bypass on here. And that bypass I knew is one of those plastic handles, so that's what I had before. But it was really hard to turn to begin with, so I didn't want to screw around with it unless I had to. So that thing fell off and it busted. It fell right down on the main line down here where the bypass was, beyond the bypass, and it busted the line. It's a 1-inch pipe. So I immediately had to shut off that main line right there, the valve. So then I tried putting the bypass on because this was unexpected. I was doing the work by myself. Bypass broke. The handle broke. It's like that's just lovely. So I'm now without water. I had a lot of this pipe already contoured, figured out how I was going to do this, but I wasn't prepared to do the entire work that day. I was going to do it the following day, so I got everything prepped up. Well, I didn't have a choice. Now I had to put it together. So this is what I got. But I ordered two of these. Let's go back to this filter here. Now these are supposed to be the filters themselves. They're made out of aluminum, it looks like, but they got 3 cartridges in their filters. They're really coarse, and then there's immediate, and then the finer one. So I think the finer one's like 40. I can't remember. I think one's 50, one's 100. It was 40, 100, and 200, if I remember correctly. I don't know much about those the filter sizes. So, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to put 2 because I know we got a lot of sand, and you can tell there. See that? This is just in 12 hours. That one doesn't have anything. Now this one has, I think it's the 40, I don't know, filter, and this has 100. So I didn't put the 200 in there. So for the most part, I already flushed it out twice. It's got handles on the, obviously I got it backwards, but I'm looking at, see this? It tells you the flow it's got to go of the water. So at this point in time, is that going to do anything? I don't know. But if I don't keep up with that, eventually this is going to fill up with sand and then decrease my pressure. So what I wound up doing is buying 2 of these because I wanted to make sure I got the sand out of my house. Because, eventually over time, I know my wife says, we got sand in here. It's clogging up the, where the filters in the water, where it comes out. We got low water pressure. So I said, okay, we still got sand. So that tells me the water softener has also got some sand in it, if not full of it. But our water still tastes good. So I just want to do a quick video on this. So as long as I can see that sand in it, I've been flushing it out. Let me do that right now. I'll get wet here. There it goes. Flushed it out. So anyways, this seems to be catching at least the sand, and I can flush it out. So over time, if I forget to do that, will it accumulate out here? I'm hoping it does, that we can flush them out before it gets to this pleated system here, which is Aquasure. This one's got the pleated filter, and then this one's got the more finer filter. So before it gets to my water softener. And then I did put a gauge up here, and I did some research on this. I got like 15 pounds of pressure dropped from the main line. So this one says like 40, 43. It says 45. Yeah, it's about 43. Well, this one says 50. Yeah, that one says 50. I've noticed like 15 pounds of pressure difference. So according to what I've been researching, you lose between 2 and 5 pounds of pressure through each filter. So I got 4, so I figure at minimum I'm going to lose 8, maybe 10. But when I first put the pressure on there, I seen 15 pounds difference. So did it make a lot of difference in the house? Yeah. I mean, my wife says I can barely notice it on the sink, kitchen sink, but in the shower I really couldn't tell. So as long as they're happy with, my family's happy with the water pressure we got, didn't change much, and we're getting better water. I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm just gonna leave it as is and see in the long run. I just want the quality of water to be better, keeping the sand out. Water's drinkable as it was, but it should be better now with the extra units here. Anyways, I guess if you got any questions or advice, feel free to drop them in the chat there. Have a good one.